Hello, my people. Welcome once again to our space. Yes, it's our space, your space, with Mama A, your behavior mentor. How are you doing today? I hope you're striving to take that step to make a difference in your behavior. And I hope you're striving to be a better version of yourself. In our last video, we looked at behavior and how our thoughts can influence our behavior and how our thoughts are powerful too when it comes to our action, our day-to-day action. Today, we'll go deeper into how thoughts can affect our behavior and how you can take that step-by-step approach to sort out your behavior that is unacceptable. You might have tried severally. It doesn't matter. Every step, every effort that you take to change your behavior will go a long way. The way you think about a problem, you see your behavior as a problem. And there are different problems along the way that necessitated that behavior. But the way you see it and look at it will determine how you will react to those problems. Sometimes when we face some challenges, when we try to change certain things that are not going right for us, our thoughts tend to think that those problems are permanent. Sometimes our thought think is temporary. Okay, in our mind, if you think your problem is permanent, it is an unhealthy way of thinking because it will go a long way to affect your behavior in a negative way, because it will affect your feelings and your emotions will mainly be negative, a sad one, an anxious one, agitated one, frustration will come in. Why? Because you think you are in a situation that you cannot change. But if you think of your thoughts, that they are temporary and that it will not last forever, it will help you to achieve positivity in life. And by achieving positivity, you will change that behavior. Let's take, for example, think about any problem that you go through every time or any of that behavior that put you in trouble in school. What do you usually think about it? For example, do you go to your lesson and as you are going to that lesson, you think that that lesson will be bad because the teacher hates you or because you don't like the teacher? Don't get me wrong, we cannot like everybody. That is life. But we learn to tolerate everybody. And as such, if you have that thought in your mind that that lesson will be bad, and the thoughts keep going in your mind that you're going to get into trouble in that lesson, that the teacher hates you, that the teacher doesn't like you, you will get into that lesson and you will be guaranteed to leave that lesson with negativity. You will get into trouble. You will get into behavior issues. And it will be difficult for you to achieve positivity. Because in your mind, your thoughts, they're telling you that that is wrong, that the lesson is not good, and that you're going to get into trouble. And you accepted that thought. So when you begin to challenge your thoughts, because changing your behavior is your responsibility, and it must be your choice. as a young person or even adults. If you struggle with behavior, changing it, I repeat, is your choice, it's your responsibility. You might get support here and there because sometimes there are certain things we cannot do on our own. And you are not alone. Others feel the same. And as such, you get all those support, but you do not put in that effort to change the behavior. You do not put in practice what you've learned from all this support session. It will be difficult for you to change that behavior. So begin to think of any problem that you have, any behavior issue that you have as temporary. And the first step for you to begin to change your behavior is to change your mindset. Challenge all those negative thoughts. Go into your lesson and you say that lesson is bad and I know it's going to be bad. I'm not going to do any work there. The teacher picks on me anyway. It is most likely that that will happen because that is your thought. But if you begin to challenge that thought by, for example, saying, you know what? I don't like that lesson. I don't really like the teacher though. But I will go to that lesson. I will try my best. I will try and listen and I will try and do what the teacher asked me to do. Try it. Next time you go to that lesson that you always exhibit that behavior, try it. And you will see that you will even come out of that lesson with achievement points, praise card from that teacher. That is the first step. Challenge your thoughts. Replace them. Replace those thoughts with positive one. As the negative thoughts are coming, challenge them. After that, you have to begin to think of how you can deal with consequences that will come from any other behavior that you are exhibiting. That behavior, what is that thing that always gets you into trouble? Identify that thing. Identify it. What do you do that gets you in trouble? Identify that behavior. When you identify it, then you begin to challenge the thoughts. As we said earlier, thoughts are very powerful. As you challenge the thoughts, draw out the plan and say, you know what? This thing that gets me into trouble, what if I change my thoughts and say it's like this or it's like that? For example, you go to the football pitch, you play a football match, you try to score the goal, you didn't score the goal, you begin to throw tantrums, behavior issue, begin to be rude because you didn't score the goal. You begin to blame others. You blame the coach. You blame the other people. You blame your schoolmates. Behavior issue begin to arise. That is because you have not taken the responsibility. It is okay to make mistake. It is okay to get disaster. It is okay to get problem. But how you react to that problem will affect the way you behave. What if you think, oh, you know, today I didn't really play well. I don't know what happened, but I'll try and go and see how I can do it better. Not blaming yourself to put yourself down, but taking responsibility. That maybe I should have done it this way, I should have done it this way. You know what? It's only temporary. It's okay now. Next time I'm going to prove to that person that I can do it. You will go home without getting into any behavioral challenges. These are just some examples that you need to do or to know. Remember also that there might be some underlying issues with some behavior. Because some young people that you see today, They've been through a lot that even some adults have not been through. So when you look at that problem, look at the underlying issues. As a young person, look at why you behave that way. As a parent or as the adult supporting that child, look at the circumstances surrounding that child. See what is prompting certain behavior, and then sort out those circumstances. As we sort out the circumstance, gradually, that person will begin to take that step forward. Changing your behavior is not a one-day thing. Every little achievement needs to be celebrated. It needs to be celebrated. And as you celebrate them, you will recognize the next one. And then you will go for it. Step number 3. Always be ready for a new challenge. Always be ready for a new challenge. Do not see behavior as a way to have fun. Do not see behavior as a way, do not use behavior to have fun. In terms of when you're bored, do something different. Make the lesson useful for you. Engage your mind in that lesson. Take note. Write, ask questions. As the negative thoughts are coming into your mind in that lesson, replace it with challenge it and get back to that lesson. Always be ready for a change and challenges. If it is difficult for you, speak up, ask for support. Talk to your parents that you're struggling with this aspect of your behavior, you're struggling with that aspect of your behavior, and get support. It is time for you to begin to take that step into your behavior. Behavior, sorting out your behavior is deep, but it's in your own hands. Nobody will do it for you. Only you can do it for yourself. People will support you. Mama Hay is here to listen to you and support you. You can get support, but no matter the support you get, if you don't act on those support, the behavior will not change. So you have to be ready to make that change for everything to work. Changing behavior must be a conscious effort. You must be conscious of it. You must be ready to make that change. You're not making that change because of anybody else. You're making it because of you and for your future. You can strive to make others proud, but the most important thing is for you to make yourself proud. So if you're struggling, get support. Get support if you know you cannot do it on your own. Mama A says, it is time for you to change that behavior, and you can do it. Do not see changing your behavior as a disaster that you can never achieve. It depends on how you think about a disaster. If you think that a disaster, if you take your problem as a disaster, then it will be difficult for you to make that change. But if you take your problem as something that is temporary and that it will not last forever, it can be changed, then it can be changed. My people, begin to take that bold step, to make that effort, so that you can be a better version of yourself. Because remember, you are in charge of your behavior. And as such, do not allow any circumstances around you to hinder your happiness, to hinder your efforts to change your behavior. You are in charge of your actions. Do not allow your actions to control you. Take that bold step. Take that bold step. Make that effort. Be a better version of yourself because you are the best. Once you begin to sort out your behavior, the real you, the better version of your place will come out. Is there any aspect of your behavior you're struggling with and you need support? Drop me a comment and we will take it up in our next video. Until then, Mama Hay says, believe in yourself. Take that bold step. Change your behavior. Be a better version of yourself. And we will come again to our space soon to have conversation. Until then, I say thank you. And bye for now. Thank you. See you soon. Remember to follow me on TikTok as well at mama.a.313. Thank you. Bye.